everyone, it's Fantayzia. So today we're going to be going over more things with the Growing Together live stream. So just recently there was a live stream and I'm going to be doing multiple videos covering it. I already just did one on the updated newborns that we're getting with the free update. So today I'm going to be talking about a variety of things: milestones, midlife crisis, quirks, characteristics, like a whole bunch of stuff, new things in Create-A-Sim, new conversation topics. There is just so much to cover. So before we get into it, let's do our notification shout out. And this one goes to Angela Clark. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm so glad you found my channel. I'm glad you're enjoying. I really appreciate the love and support. And if you guys want a chance to be in a notification shout out, all you gotta do is comment down below. So in Create-A-Sim, we're getting new likes and dislikes categories, which are gonna be sim characteristics and conversation topics. This is so fun because I just feel like it's giving our sims so much personality. Again, another thing I wasn't really expecting. So for example, with characteristics, I don't have them all written down here, but I did write down a bunch of them. So we're gonna be able to have spirited sims, optimistic sims, romance enthusiasts, homebody sims, high energy sims, and nature enthusiasts. So there's way more than that, so keep that in mind. I will have like pictures going, but this is so cool. Like I freaking love this. Like obviously each one has different descriptions, and you know, with spirited sims, like they're very positive, they like to give positive energy. Romance enthusiasts, of course, they're gonna love romance and just be all about that life. Oh, like, oh my goodness, I've been wanting something like this for so long. High energy sims, like these sims are just gonna have way more energy than other sims. Homebody sims, this is me. Sims who love to just stay home. And I recently did a video on a mod for that actually, so it's really cool that it's officially in the game now. Now, as I mentioned, we're also getting conversation topics. So this is another thing I was like, oh, that's so interesting. So this is basically things that your sims like to have conversations about, essentially. Of course, you can select if they like it or don't like it. So there's things like affection, arguments, compliments, deep thoughts, gossip. So for example, if you were to, you know, select that your sim likes affection, then they're going to like speaking about that. And you know, I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but like I feel like you guys get it. You know, if you select that they don't like gossip, they're not going to want to gossip about other sims when they're talking to someone. You know, that's not going to be their thing. So again, there's way more than that. Those are just some of the examples that I wrote down. And in game, like there's a whole new conversation topic category with all of these conversation topics. Like what? There is so many new social interactions. I was actually shocked. This is going to be so much more fun when our sims are getting to know each other, when we're having like family outings, you know, hanging out with their friends, like whatever. There is so much for our sims to talk about. So next, let's talk a little bit about family dynamics. So this is another cool thing that I feel like is so game changing. I feel like this is literally going to change the whole game when it comes to family gameplay. I wrote down some of the options. Some we already knew about, but there's things like supportive, strict, difficult, jokesters. So basically you can select these on your own, and then I think they can also just gain them on their own. This is going to affect how they act around each other. You know, if two sims are jokesters together, you know, they're going to be joking around a lot. That's going to be their thing. They're just goofy together. Another perfect thing is like you can get a strict family dynamic, and that's perfect for like, you know, maybe there's a family where the mother is very strict, and then, you know, they will, you know, tell sims to do other things more, like clean around the house and all that. And there's actually a little box that pops up to let you know. Another really, really cool thing that I don't think a lot of us were expecting was self-discovery. There's a self-discovery new feature, and we're going to be able to gain new traits through gameplay. So basically your sim is like discovering themselves as you play. And that is so cool and realistic. So now in Create-A-Sim, like for example, an adult sim can have 3 traits, but they can gain more through gameplay. So technically we're getting like additional trait slots, but like not in Create-A-Sim. But I like that even more, to be honest. You have like your starter traits that you give your sim when you're starting out, and then they can gain more as you play, like depending on their life, depending on different activities they're doing. I think that's so fun. So let's talk a little bit about milestones. I feel like we all have kind of a little bit of an idea of how that's going to be. It works very similarly to a memory system, which I couldn't be happier about. It's in the panel where you can see like all your sims traits and everything. It's just in there, so I think that's perfect. You can open it up and you can see different milestones that they've completed throughout their life. So say like you have a sim born in game, they're going to be having milestones since like the beginning of their life. So yeah, infants can literally get milestones. How cool is that? And you can go back and click on like each of the age groups, so then you can look back on your sims memories. Like how adorable is that? And there is like a crazy amount of milestones. I don't even know half of them. Obviously that they went over some, but like literally you can even get a milestone if your sim like accidentally pees their pants. They're gonna remember that, and they're gonna remember like where that happened. So for example, say your sim's out at a party at this club and they have too much to drink and then they pee their pants. They're gonna remember that it happened at that club. So then if they go there again, they might have this little memory pop up in their head. Like, what? That is so cool. Like, okay, this is the type of deep, meaningful gameplay we've always needed. This is like incredible. I literally still can't believe this is happening. Like, what? This does not happen in The Sims 4. Like, what is even going on? So yeah, like I was saying, like even infants can get milestones, you know, they'll learn different things and it'll be a milestone for them. I just think that's adorable. Like they're gonna learn how to sit up and everything. And then that'll be tracked in their milestones. Like, that's so cute. So midlife crisis. This is something that I feel like is gonna add that little bit of drama that we need. It's actually gonna be where your aspiration is. So under your aspiration, it's gonna say midlife crisis. And then in the stream, the sim had a midlife crisis and they had a desire for adventure. So then you're gonna have all these things that you need to complete based off that. So they want adventure. So like they want to take an outdoor nap. They want to travel to 3 unique places. They want to hunt for treasure. You don't have to do this. Like you can ignore it. It's completely up to you. Because of course, like in real life, if you're going through a midlife crisis, you might do something about it or you might not. So it's not mandatory or anything like that, but I just thought that was really cool. And then of course, we're getting quirks. There's going to be 18 new quirks for infants and toddlers. I'm going to talk about this more in another video where I kind of like go over a whole bunch of stuff for the infants. But yes, of course we're getting quirks and I just think it's going to be adorable. And it's going to add like in the trait panel where you see your Sims traits, it'll be there and it'll say quirk. And then the last thing I want to talk about in this video is something for the children. So I had to include it here because I feel like it's a gameplay change. So child Sims are going to be able to have low, high, or neutral confidence. So your Sims, again, like your child Sim will have, okay, only if it's low or high, you're going to see it pop up in their traits. If it's neutral, it's not going to show up. But if it's low, like it'll tell you. And if it's high, it'll tell you. And they're going to have different moodlets based off that. And I think that's so freaking cool. Another thing that I just wasn't expecting. And this is going to affect them when they grow up. So let's just say a Sim has low confidence as a child. They're going to actually grow up to have low self-esteem. So, and then of course, if they have high confidence, they're going to grow up to have high self-esteem. So what? Our Sims are going to have self-esteem. This is amazing. And then like that paired with high school years, like you have a kid that grows up, they have low self-esteem, they're starting high school. Oh my gosh, like it's just gonna open up so many doors. And then also gonna throw in here for the kids as well, they can learn more skills. So I did mention this recently in a video because there was a tweet about it, but in the live stream they did show it. Of course our kids have their like traditional skills that they always have, but now they're gonna be able to learn some of the adult skills that the Sims team felt like, you know, kids should also be able to learn. So for example, instead of just learning creativity when they're like playing the piano, they're also going to actually learn the piano skill, which is incredible. There is definitely certain skills that I feel like the kids should be able to learn. So that is so exciting. But you guys, I'm going to wrap up this one here. Like I said, I'm going to have, you know, other videos covering different topics. There's just so much. Like usually when a new pack is coming out, like I will go over the entire live stream in one video and like the video will be like 20 to 30 minutes. Yeah, honestly, a lot of times it doesn't even reach 30 minutes. And yeah, that would not happen when it comes to this pack. This is crazy. Like the amount of things is mind-blowing. I cannot believe this. Like finally we get a pack with the depth that we need. This is so good. This is gonna 100% hands down be my all-time favorite expansion pack. I don't even need to play it yet to say that. Usually I'm like, I need to play it first, get a feel. No. Like after seeing how this works in gameplay, because you know, in the live stream they showed actual gameplay, like them just playing the way we would. And so you know how it's gonna be, right? And I can just 100% hands down tell this is gonna be my top favorite expansion pack. It's gonna change my game forever. It's gonna make me so freaking addicted. Like I'm not gonna be able to get off my game. But you guys, I'm gonna wrap up this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are all having an amazing, amazing day. And don't forget to leave some positivity down below. I love you guys also so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.